Welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're going to unpack the story of one single song and the secret strategy behind it that didn't just break the rules, it completely changed the game for everyone.
Okay, so let's start with the problem. Back in the early 1980s, MTV was the biggest thing in music, period. But it had this unwritten policy. An executive literally said that Middle America doesn't want to see hip-hop. And that one idea, it created a massive color barrier on the airwaves.
And let's be really clear about what was going on here. Before Run DMC showed up, music television was basically segregated. This was just the reality of the situation.
I mean, the network was so focused on one thing that Bill Adler, who would later become Run DMC's publicist, he put it perfectly. He called MTV an FM rock radio station with pictures. It wasn't just another TV channel. It was the ultimate gatekeeper, deciding who and what got seen.
And this, right here, this really shows you the divide. On one side, you had all the arena rock that pretty much lived on the channel. But on the other side, entire genres, we're talking hip-hop, funk, and basically most music by black artists were totally shut out, all because of what they thought Middle America wanted to see.
So how do you even begin to break down a wall that high? Well, you need a sound that's powerful enough to just smash right through it.
And out of Hollis, Queens came this cultural collision. See, Run DMC wasn't trying to play by anybody else's rules. They were just making the music they loved, inspired by their own record collections. Like DMC was obsessed with the huge drum break in Billy Squier's rock song, The Big Beat. They wanted to make their own version of that sound.
And you know, Questlove really hit on something crucial here. He called out that specific distorted guitar sound as the sound of the entire decade. It was the thread connecting everybody from Prince to Def Leppard. So what did Run DMC do? They grabbed that exact sound and made it the engine for a hip-hop track. It was genius. It was the key that could unlock everything.
But look, having the perfect sound, that's only half the battle. Getting it past the gatekeepers over at MTV, that was a whole different fight. And it had actually already started.
You can see it right here on the timeline. The door was already cracked open a little bit. Just a year before, Michael Jackson's label had to basically force MTV's hand. They threatened to pull all of their artists. We're talking their big rock acts too. If Beat It didn't get played, the network caved, and that move set the stage for the next group to come charging through.
But even with the door ajar, getting a pure, straight-up rap video on MTV was still considered impossible. It was going to take something sneaky, a secret strategy.
And this is where we get to the really good part, the hidden history of Rockbox. You see, the music video wasn't just a video. It was a carefully built Trojan horse, designed from the ground up to sneak hip-hop right past MTV's defenses.
So what was the plan? Well, their publicist, Bill Adler, revealed it years later. The goal was to make the video as non-threatening and reassuring as possible for the network and its audience. Every single element was calculated.
So piece number one of the strategy. The video kicks off with this older white comedian, Professor 𝐟𝐨𝐫𝐿, giving this totally bizarre, rambling speech about what rap music is. Why was he there? Simple. To put a familiar, kind of goofy, and totally non-threatening face right at the beginning. And then came the masterstroke. All through the video, there's this young white kid just watching the band, completely mesmerized. Now, he wasn't there by accident. He was there to send a very specific, subconscious message.
And this quote, this just lays the whole thing bare. It's kind of shocking to hear it put so plainly. The entire point of that character was to signal to the audience, and more importantly to the network execs, that this music was safe. It just shows you the insane lengths they had to go to, just to get a fair shot.
And you know what? The Trojan horse worked. It worked perfectly. Rockbox became the very first rap video ever to be played on MTV, and that one moment would change the entire course of music history.
Now, a lot of people think that Walk This Way, their big collaboration with Aerosmith, was the moment rap crossed over. And yeah, that was a huge hit. But it's so important to remember that a song like Walk This Way could have never even happened without the path that Rockbox cleared first.
This quote just sums it all up, doesn't it? Rockbox did all the heavy lifting. It smashed down the barrier so that a whole generation of artists who came after them could just walk right on through. And what's really cool is that this idea, one song building on the shoulders of another, it isn't just a nice story. Academics actually have a name for it, and it's a fundamental part of how music speaks to us.
It's called linkage, and it's the idea that a song gets a lot of its meaning from how it connects to other music and culture. Rockbox is the perfect example of linkage in action. It grabbed the sound of rock music to build a bridge for the future of hip-hop.
So in the end, the story of Rockbox is this incredible reminder that some of the most important, culture-shifting songs have these wild, barrier-breaking histories that we've almost forgotten. And it kind of makes you wonder, right? What other Trojan horses are hiding in plain sight in the music you're listening to right now?